But to what you were saying, it's I think it's setting up to where it's nice right now, but I think the competition go kick in on these guys, bro. And
100%.
That's why I prepared this slide to go back and forth with you. Not even know we was gonna talk about this today. I thought we was gonna talk about this later, but you kind of segued it up. Man, say this training camp, man, them boys go at it. This is gonna be a show. Whenever you get to those types of leaderships, man, all of these guys gonna be feeling that competitive bug when they start smelling that grass, and when it's me versus the other guy. They doing good right now, but it's gonna get a little bit chippy, and it's gonna happen with all of them. So the good thing about McCarthy having relationships with even being McAdoo, it does kind of set up to where it can be Mike McCarthy and Ben versus Dan Quinn, right? Because we both know from being and playing on the same team, OC, that the opposite of the ball becomes an enemy.
Yeah, but then here's another question. And see, now you're making me kind of go further than I was to go, because I also keep it real political and just keep it high level. But I'm going to go a step further now, because if it's Ben McAdoo and McCarthy versus Dan Quinn, shouldn't it be Kellen Moore and McCarthy versus Dan Quinn?
Yeah, it should.
What are you concerned about? What don't you like?
I think you covered the concerns.
No. Hear me out. What question do you have? Because I didn't cover this.
Okay.
About Kellen Moore, that you would feel the need to hire Ben McAdoo as a no position, quote unquote, consultant. What do you see? What do you not see? What are you not getting out of Kellen, or what don't you see in his development right now as offensive coordinator, where you go get another one of your guys and place him right in the same room as Kellen Moore? That's a question. And then here's the other component to that too, to the competition point, Boss Cowboy. Here's a question for you. If you put 3 or 4 real alpha males in a room, invariably, what is going to happen?
Depends on
a fight.
Males.
A fight. At some point, somebody's going to fight.
Oh, fight is go happen. That's
a fight, because they're alpha males, they're leaders, they're directional leaders. So you're going to have at some point conflict.
Yeah, that's natural.
So this will be it's going to happen. Now you can resolve it, you can get past it, you can make up and be friends and all that stuff. But invariably, when you have those personality types, you're going to have some type of conflict. So how they man?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No. How because of the relationship, to your point, hopefully, and I'm betting on this, that the respect in the pecking order is understood, and it stays, on a certain tone and a wavelength that's positive and productive for the team. But you do got 3 head coaches in leadership, on top leadership positions, offensively and defensively, on your team. So it's just something to keep your eye on, Boss Cowboy. I'm not saying anything's gonna pop off, but I'm saying it's something definitely to consider, especially if the Cowboys get in a tough spot and they go on any type of losing streak in this coming season. So mark my words on that, and I'm gonna follow up on that if that actually happens in terms of any losing streak, because you'll see some ruffles. I guarantee you.
Man, good thought. Man, I'll put it like this. It depends on what's going on with the soft skills of all the people involved. Let me ask you a straight up question, OC. Have you ever wanted something until you got it?
Have I ever personally wanted something
and then you got it and you was like,
Yeah, it's happened maybe once or twice in my life. Not much, because I was very careful about the things that I wanted. I've been thoughtful and purposeful a couple times in my life, yeah. Not a lot, a couple times, yeah.
I'm saying that from the standpoint of these head coaches. Sometimes you want to be a head coach, then you become a head coach, and then you be like, you know what? I'm content.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm talking
but I
about
don't
it from
see.
that standpoint. So and then look how humble. Somebody in the chat said that the humility of Dan Quinn to openly praise Mike McCarthy's leadership to him. Like, that's a softening of Mike McCarthy. You see what I'm saying? To where he's crediting up. They used to teach us that in school, that you credit up. Like, even if it was stuff that I came up with, I was taught from the sales program at the University of Houston, give your boss credit anyway.
Yeah, but that's wisdom and people skills. That doesn't mean that Dan Quinn has a broken spirit. Because here's the thing. I'm not saying that. Yeah.
I was just talking about the skills in the room based on the risk that you broke down to where these guys with their alpha personalities and all of them are leaders going to eventually butt heads. So I'm looking at the profile, right, and saying, what's the chances of these guys being able to mesh? You know what I mean? And I like what I see, at least early, where you seeing the wisdom of him crediting up, not taking credit, when you could tell the Joneses was marketing for who's sitting at the end of the press conference at the end of the draft. Who was at the table? Was it Mike McCarthy? No, it was Dan Quinn. The schism could have easily been set up by the leadership of the Joneses. You know who came in and squished that and killed that? Dan. Why? He credited Mike McCarthy, and he doing it often. So I'm thinking you seeing wisdom in that room that hopefully keep down that potential schism that will call, the rifts that can happen.
Yeah, and listen, let me say, every man is grateful when he gets a job. I told you, a man down on his luck and is broke. Well, Dan Quinn was down on his luck and broke. He got fired. Right. So they're your most loyal and faithful employees in the moment. Right. And look, I'm not saying Dan Quinn's a bad person or Ben McAdoo's a bad person. I'm not accusing them of any malice or bad character. That's not what I'm doing here. But what I am saying is that, have you ever seen a guy, and you've been through this, that was an entrepreneur and had his own business, but then something went wrong in his business, and then he had to go work for somebody else just for a moment, right? Yeah. He's always had the desire to be the entrepreneur again because he had a taste of that freedom. He had a taste of that level of success, right? And so it's going to be very hard for him long term. And I'm not saying right now, you're down on your luck. You out on your ear, man. You don't got a job. Things didn't go well in New York. You're assistant coach somewhere. You just got fired. Yeah, okay, cool. But when you this is how I gauge people, not when they're down, but how do you react when you're up? How do you react when you start to have some success? What if your defense is top 10? And then now, what if you start getting some phone calls and you got some interest on getting an opportunity at being a head coach for somebody else's organization? So that's the question, Boss Cowboy.
Look at this fire comment by Rika moving the chains. It is human nature to place greater good above ego.
It isn't.
But
it isn't, she said.
Oh, it isn't human. Thank you. It isn't human nature to place greater good above ego. But when a group of people, even a small group, is able to do it, something special happens. Keep watching Cowboys Nation. It's coming. I feel that. I like this group. I also like the fact that, to a great point by you, that we brought in humbled and broken guys.
Which is good, which is smart, by the way. Yeah. So I give credit on the hires, right?
Yeah.
That's good. That's smart. That's what you do, right? And then that as these guys get their confidence back and have success, and if ultimately they get you the ultimate prize of winning a Super Bowl, then, it comes with the territory. Assistant coaches get hired, and they move on, they do different stuff, they get more opportunities. I mean, that's the nature of the beast, right? So you take what you can get now, and you try to make it mesh and work as long as you possibly can.
Right. So, yeah, man, I appreciate everything, man. And I just wanted to kind of recap just real briefly. We got that Patreon coming. We really had it today, but man, the OC kept missing each other. It was actually my fault, not his this time. Blame me. But I wanted to definitely showcase the reason to follow, not just us honestly, not us just honestly on podcasting, but also on writing, man. Like when I wrote this, Byron Jones was a favorite, and I was saying, don't do it. You know, and some people still don't agree with me, and that's fine. I'm cool with that. But when I was talking about buying whole Randy Gregory, he was suspended. When I was talking about we need a Dak Freely supersized weapon, we was number one in the offense. When I was saying that Dak is way better than Wentz, Wentz was coming off an MVP season. None of that was Homer. All of that was foresight.
100%, man. You spot on.
Yeah.
No, you spot on the money, man. I'm just giving you full credit. You spot on the money with all that.
Yeah, so that's what we getting ready to be rolling out with our patrons.